Hello, Tim O'Kelly here. Got a question for you. You ever felt like you're just chasing your dreams? Keyword chasing, and you're still chasing, and you've been chasing, and you think you're still going to have to chase, yet it has not been accomplished yet. I want to give you a leadership model that is a great, responsible leadership model that, if utilized, will get you that dream much faster. So before I get into it, let me just tell you a little bit about myself. I began working in the personal development industry in 1988 under recommendation of my employer. Was working in the restaurant business, and my employer asked me to take a course. I'd never taken a personal development course whatsoever. And in that first weekend, I was blown away. I learned more about myself in one weekend than I had ever learned through all of my Catholic school, all of my university studies, more in one weekend about myself. Now, granted, I didn't learn about geography, I didn't learn about math, I didn't learn about science. I learned more about me than I have ever learned. I answered more questions than I have ever gotten answered before. And I decided in October 1988 to do this for the rest of my life. I began studying, I went back to school, and I still study. I still read, I still learn, because this work fascinates me. What I mean by fascinates me is if there's one thing that a person can do, a little shift that can make their relationship better at night, that's my purpose. Just an example. If a person can do one thing that makes them more money, then that's my purpose. That's what I get off on. That's what I love to do. And I've been doing this for 25 some years. And over those years, I've been looking at what is the least amount of work I need to do to produce a result. I know that sounds crazy, like what's the minimum? But that's what I'm looking at is, do I have to do a whole lot of personal development work to produce a change? I say no. And it's not even what we've got to go do. It's sometimes what we got to stop doing that produces immediate results. So what I'm about is an immediate result, not a fast fix. It's none of that, but the little things that we can shift that produces great results. And that's what I've been doing. Been on stages all over this country, different parts of Canada, doing this work. And that's what I'm bringing to you in these videos and all the work that I'm doing now. What's the least we can do for the biggest result? And right now I want to show you a great model that, if utilized, will get you that. Okay, so what I mean by a model here is just a way of operating, a way of seeing things. And what this starts off with is a model that you've probably seen before. The beginning of this might not be new at all, so hang with me, okay? So where I want to start on this model is emotion, okay? Or another way you can say it is attitude, how I feel. Okay, so just start there with me, okay? So this would be, let's put attitude, okay? So attitude, right? Happy, sad, angry, bitter, frustrated, passionate, right? Attitude, so important. You know, if you look at how important attitude is, if you do an exercise of thinking of a very successful person, and you think about what are the attributes, the characteristics that makes that person successful, you're going to see how important attitude is. And yes, knowledge is incredibly important, and yes, skill is incredibly important, but what also is important, if not more important, is attitude. All right? So let's just bear with me, stay with that one. So that's my attitude. Now, what we do know is that our attitude generates our actions, or the things we do. Okay? Let me put this over here. Feel. Remember I said feel. This is how I feel. This is what I do, to make it really, really simple over here. Okay? So these are the things I go out and do. This is me lifting weights. This is me doing my job. Right? This is all the doingness. And what we do know is that what we do or what we do not do always produces, let me change the color of this, always produces our results. The quality of my relationship, right? The house, the car, right? This is our result. This is maybe, if you want to put on there, you could look at it as our goals. Okay? So this is, of course, what we're after, right? I want to show you a model of what a lot of people that are not productive do. A lot of people that say they want to produce results but are still chasing that dream. And it looks like they're going to continue to chase it because they just got it really backwards. Okay, so this model that I'm talking about would be, the one that doesn't work would be, they put their focus sometimes up here. Okay, so let's call this the relationship. Okay, so when I get into the relationship, right, then I'll be able to do all the things that I've wanted to do with someone, and then, man, I'm going to be happy. You hear that? Once I have the relationship, I'll be able to do the things that I've always wanted to do with someone, and then I'll be happy. That's one. Okay, so when I get money, when I make a lot of money, then I can go out and do all those things that I've wanted to do, and man, I'm going to feel great. You starting to hear this? There's a common theme in there, right? Once I have this, then I'll do these things, and then I'll feel something. So when you think about it from that, what is what we want to experience most is really the feeling. To be happy, to be fulfilled, to be passionate, to be excited, right? So another model that people use is a focus here. I got to go do all these things, right? And then when I do all these things, then I'll be happy and then I'll produce a result. Doesn't work either. If I do all these things, if I do all the things at work, all my to-do list, if I do all those, then, right, then I'll get my job done. Then when I get my job done, then I'm going to be happy. This model is a different one. And you already can tell which one it is, right? And many of you have even seen this before. But I want to put one more piece in that you might not have seen before, okay? So obviously what I'm going for here is work on this first, right here. More important than anything. Hang on, let me show you, okay? To work on how I choose to feel first. Let's go to the relationship, okay? So remember the old model. Once I have the relationship, then I can do the things I want to do, then I'll be happy. So let's just use that one, okay? Or be fulfilled or whatever. Where do you use happy? Well, this model says this. If I am happy now I know what you're thinking. I hope I know what you're thinking anyway. Yeah, that's not so easy in a world right now. That's not so easy with the tough times. That's what I want to add here, how to do it, okay? But stay with me. So if I am happy now, so be happy, right? And then go do the things that I need to do, like go out on dates, get online, whatever you're going to go do. And then when you bring the happiness to that, you're going to produce an incredible result. So imagine there, if we're going to use this scenario of relationship, that if you go out on the first date, but you're using the model backwards, like once I have the relationship, then I'm going to be happy. Have you ever gone in a relationship and they seem desperate? Maybe you have too. I know I have, right? Okay, once I have this relationship, then I'm going to be happy. And then they're almost desperate to get into the relationship. Right? But this one is to be happy before you go on to the relationship, before you go on the date. But to be happy in your life. If you're happy and you go out on a date, do you see that the odds are going to go up way big of you having a great date, possibly a great relationship? Okay? If I have money, then I'll do the things I want to do, then I'll be fulfilled. Be fulfilled now while you go do the things that you need to do. Bring that energy to your doing this, you're going to produce phenomenal results. This will stick, your results will literally be different than a lot of people, okay? So then you're thinking, okay, I like it. I've even heard it before, be, do, have. Okay, I buy that. But the hardest part is how do you be when times are tough? How do you be happy when your relationship or maybe a divorce happening? You're losing your business, you're losing your job, or you're looking out in the world and you're seeing the way things are. How do you can't just be happy. Well, you know what? Yeah, you can. I'm going to show you right here, this stage right here of how to do it. And it is your outlook. Now, there's a lot of different words that we could put here. Your perception, right? The way you think. Your belief systems. But really, I like the word outlook because it's the most real and genuine for me. The way you see things, your perception, okay? Now, we're coming into 2016, at least the day that I'm making this video. I'm not sure when you're going to watch it, but this is also a great time to reset your outlook. You can also reset your outlook at the beginning of the month. You can also reset your outlook on the beginning of the week if you ever want to. You can also reset your outlook in the morning. But beginning of the year is really a great time for people. So I tell you what, if you want to be happy, if you understand this model and you want to be happy, it all starts with your outlook. What's your outlook for 2016? Just right when I say that, I hope a part of you gets really, really excited of all the things that you're going to be and have and do in 2016 because you've been working, you've been setting it up, and it's going to come to fruition in 2016. That's a great outlook. That generates a lot happier emotion. Okay? Is it 2016 is going to be my best year? You go out on a date. Yeah, that might not be the date that's going to be the one forever, but I tell you what, we're going to go have fun. I want to just experience being with someone, practice connection tonight, and just have a great night. So literally, your outlook generates everything. So you shift your outlook, especially for this new year, that 2016 is going to be your best year. Okay, not your best year's already been. No. Your best year's coming up. So get that outlook, and I guarantee you'll shift the way you feel, and then bring that feeling into your actions, and watch the results you're going to produce. So I hope you apply this, practice it, play with it right now. Thank you.